I remember the president saying that Democrats ought to run scared.
Yeah, we should.
Is there any danger of overconfidence here?
None, because I see no complacency on the team. I have been in a lot of races. This is the 9th ballot I'll be on, and I've won every race, but barely usually. And the way I win is I say, be an underdog till they call you the winner.
You expect it to tighten up?
I do. Look, this has been a season of surprises, and so there'll be twists and turns, and I think that's going to happen. But be an underdog till they call you the winner.
Donald Trump gave a speech yesterday. One of the things he said is that Hillary Clinton lacks the mental and physical stamina to be commander-in-chief. What did you make of those remarks? How do you interpret that?
I have no idea what he's talking about. I mean, did you see the incredible amount of work that Hillary did around the world, her travel schedule as Secretary of State? And then look at the grueling nature of this campaign.
What do you think is really going on if he questions her physical stamina?
He's trying to deflect attention. The real issue is his lack of the kind of temperament to be commander-in-chief and to be president. And voters see that, they sense that.
Trump is now calling for an ideological test and so-called extreme vetting of immigrants into this country. Do you consider that a softening of his Muslim ban, his previous position?
You know, it might be. He might be trying to package it and make it prettier. But I mean, this is a guy who has proposed to treat Muslims as second-class citizens. Whether they're entering the country, or he's even suggested that Muslims who are here should have to take some kind of a pledge that they aren't going to follow Sharia law. We do not need to go down a path where we treat people differently because of their religious beliefs.
Do you support the public release of the FBI notes and notes of interviews regarding the email investigation?
Savannah, you asked the question really well. Do you support the public release? Yes. Anything that the FBI gives to Congress, they should give to the public. Because what we've seen is this lengthy, multi-million-dollar congressional investigation that has been highly partisan, where they've wanted to leak out this or that to try to make their case against Hillary Clinton. Let the public see what the FBI decides to let Congress see.
This is something that dogs Hillary Clinton, whether or not people trust her. If you look at what she said over the past year or so about her email, I can count at least 4 statements that just turned out not to be true. Has she earned that mistrust?
Now, Savannah, if you ask somebody a question 150 times or 200 times, you're going to be able to find that they don't use exactly the same word every time. And there's going to be variations, and then people are going to play on those.
In point of fact, though, she did use the same verbiage. It just happens to not be true.
Well, here's what I've heard her say. I've heard her say, I made a mistake, and I've learned something from it, and I wouldn't do it again, and I apologize.
She has acknowledged mistakes with respect to the email practices. She hasn't acknowledged a mistake with regard to what she has told the American people.
The bottom line is this, you know, this is an area where she says, I made a mistake, and I've learned from it, and I've improved, and I'm going to do it differently. When has Donald Trump, during the course of this campaign or his life, said, I made a mistake, and I'm better, and I'm going to learn from it and grow from it?
Secretary Holton, you, up until recently, were the Secretary of Education in Virginia, a former judge and attorney. Was it hard to leave your post as Secretary of Education, and why did you decide to do that?
Well, you know, yes, it was hard. I loved my job. I loved working with great colleagues to help make education better, to make better pathways for, especially for those who need them the most. And so I loved that work. But I'm having a great time on the campaign. I'm a huge Hillary fan. You know, her whole career has been about helping children and families, and I like to think that mine has too.
Well, if the Democratic ticket is successful, your husband becomes vice president, there will be an opening in the Senate, and the governor of Virginia appoints the senator. Are you interested?
Absolutely not. One per household. Thank you very much. You can make news with that.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.